All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, Greenwood Stock Trading at Gmail, and the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out. All right, the NBA ended up basically finding Kyrie $50,000 for not wearing his mask, and he been docked his Brooklyn Nets paycheck in an amount of almost over $816,000. Let's talk about that. And also, did Kyrie intentionally go off the grids for the Brooklyn Nets to get James Harden? Check out our NBA Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description. Also got a Facebook group. You want to check that out. And yeah, you know, $816,000 Kyrie probably ain't nothing. All right. In the grand scheme of things, got fined $50,000 for not wearing the mask at the event, for even going to the event, because the NBA says that, you know, basically Kyrie Irving and other NBA players can't go to clubs and birthday parties and stuff of that nature. George Hill has something to say about it. Basically said, if we can't do that, maybe we shouldn't even be playing basketball. All right, since the COVID is that, you know, dangerous. But my whole thing about Kyrie is, I mean, why didn't wear a mask? It ain't that hard to wear a mask for a picture. It ain't hard to wear a mask. Or just say, don't take no pictures, no camera, or don't have me on camera. But that's hard to do today. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to video record everything. You trip at the store, they want to video record it. You at your best moment, laughing, having a good time, they want to video record it. That's what I hate about this generation. You know what I'm saying? They want to video record everything. They want to, you know, these dudes video record having shootouts, video record bagging up dope, video record, you know, their mama being dead, video record a sick family member in the hospital. It's just too much. And, you know, that's technology. When they start putting cameras on phones, this is going to be the end result where everybody want to record stuff. I seen somebody in Montgomery, Alabama, like last year or 2 years ago, recording a shootout. Like, dude, shouldn't you be ducking under a car or trying to get away? They trying to record it for clout. You know, it ain't like you can monetize it on Facebook. They trying, or even YouTube. You can't monetize that. They doing it for clout. Stupid to me. And then what if you end up recording one of the, you know, the assailants, and then they come looking to kill? People just don't think. But with Kyrie, man, it was simple. Throw on the mask, and don't get fined $50,000. You know what I'm saying? It looked bad when people was lying and saying, oh, he in Toronto. Like, how is he going to be in Toronto with Drake when Canada shut down? He was in Jersey. You know, got Drake to come to his sister's birthday party and stuff of that nature. And, you know, everything, everybody got an opinion about Kyrie. Oh, they should try it, Kyrie. Kyrie doing too much. Kyrie doing this. And Kyrie jealous of Kevin Durant. Kyrie's a narcissist. He just, you know, people may be reading to something. It ain't his job to address what happened to the public. You know, he can address what happened to, you know, Sean Marks and the Brooklyn Nets. But the whole thing about with Kyrie is basically like, they better win. He better make this jump. You know, because Kyrie ain't never been healthy outside of LeBron runs. Even the year he could have met LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals with Boston, he wasn't healthy. You know, and that just don't make no sense. You know, he want to be the uno in most people's opinion, but can't stay healthy enough. That, I don't understand. I don't think a lot of people understand it. But, you know, was it being too harsh? No, you know, $50,000, that's a speeding ticket. You know, it's $50,000 to Kyrie, but him losing his game checks, that might hurt a little bit. But he got money. He seemed like he pretty good with his money. It seemed like Kyrie always seeing him with jewelry, seeing him with expensive cars and all that. Or, you know, it was a story that Allen Iverson bought. I forget what type of luxury car it was. But he couldn't find it in the parking lot, so he bought another one. You know, you hear that stuff about Mike Tyson. He had a luxury car, you know, run out of gas. He get a ride and go buy another instead of putting gas in it. You know, that's just not having money management. That's just being ignorant. That ain't even got nothing to do with money management. That's just pure ignorance. You know, just because you can't find a car to run out of gas, you go get the same car and spend another $500,000 or $1 million on the car. Pure ignorance. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even got to do with money management. That's common sense that you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? What is it to gas up a Lamborghini or Ferrari? It's way less than go buy a new one and still have to gas it up after a while. I mean, I don't think he that lousy with his money. No, you got a lot of people in the NBA that's lousy with their money. You know, people say if you have this many kids, you can afford it. After a while, kid become a bad bill. Especially if you got a whole bunch of them. Look at Future. All these kids, and people think he's gonna be able to afford them for 18 years. he ain't gonna stay hot for 18 years. Telling you that right now, he ain't gonna stay hot for that long. You know, and then it ain't even just that. You got your kids growing up in different spots, and you're not there to support them. They gonna grow up to hate you. They don't think about the money that you paying for them or you spend on them. Then at the end of the day, they thinking about the time spent. So I mean, a lot of these dudes have money issues. You seen, you know, growing broke, they can do part 25. You know, they can keep going with that, but pretty much most people think Kyrie, he did this basically the no call, no show, or he didn't show up so the Brooklyn Nets can acquire James Harden without giving up him or Kevin Durant. And I you know think about that, man. I'm thinking like maybe that ain't a bad theory. Maybe that's actual facts. Maybe Kyrie Irving did do this on purpose and no call, no show. And maybe this was a part of their plan to get James Harden, because remember at the end of the day, it came out yesterday that Kyrie was okay and co-signed off on James Harden coming here. So maybe Kevin Durant saying, oh, we ain't thinking about the James Harden trade. Maybe Kyrie was saying, we don't want James Harden here. I don't need him. And then maybe maybe this time he kind of did this whole thing because it was a spur of the moment. He was saying it was because of the thing that happened at the Capitol building. It's because of this, because of that, or he jealous of Kevin Durant. Maybe he was just the smartest guy in the room. Maybe they did this so Houston wouldn't ask for him. Oh, we don't want Kyrie, he a problem child. You know, we don't want Kyrie. You know, maybe he don't want to call no show. Maybe we have to veto the deal because he retired. So, to be honest, that was genius. Because really, the dude that owns the Brooklyn Nets and the Barclays Center now, Joseph Tsai, he can cut Kyrie a check under the table for $816,000. You know, plus the $50,000 that the NBA took. He can write him a check if this is all part of a master plan on some Ocean's 11 shit. Real talk, you got to give it to them. Maybe it come out in the book. Maybe, you know, if they become a dynasty or, you know, they win some championships, it come out in the book that Kyrie Irving did all this to get James Harden there so they wouldn't trade for him. Remember the Houston saying we ain't trading James there unless it's for Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving, you know. At the end of the day, it worked out. And then you see in a scenario in which, you know, you go into the future and, you know, they tell the story and like the NBA gonna dock them for their championship. They didn't do nothing illegal. To be honest, it was a master plan. There ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. And I dig in my pocket, ain't nothing but lint. So they on some Rakim, they on another level, you know. And then you think about all the deals that was on the table, you know. Houston offered James Harden for Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and some multiple picks. That didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Boston said no. Obviously, Ben Simmons was, you know, nervous that they was going to trade him to Houston. You know, it was crazy. I wonder if you put a pistol to his head. So, is you more nervous to shoot a jump shot in the actual game, or are you more nervous to go get traded? Like, to me, dude, Ben Simmons got all the ability but can't shoot. How hard is it to learn to shoot the rock? You know, he remind you of Riley. Remember Riley couldn't shoot on the Boondocks? And all you could do is dribble and all that shit. How's it hard to learn how to shoot? Kyrie got bigger hands than Ben Simmons. He can shoot. You know, Shaq can make a free throw. Shaq hit multiple threes in the gym. You know, and at the end of the day, it seemed like really the best deal on the table that they thought was accumulating draft picks for Houston. And they didn't really get a superstar in return. They got Victor Oladipo. He used to be an all-star before the injury, but I mean, you know, I think that's a possibility. You know, and all of a sudden, you know, he gonna quarantine and he can show up Saturday. You know, I mean, James Harden might be playing Saturday. I think this is a grand plan. I think KD knew what was going on. I think Kyrie knew what he was doing. You know, and I wonder if KD had did this, what would really be the reception? Because with Kyrie doing, I think everybody expected, oh, Kyrie to do it. Okay, I guess they put Kyrie in charge and say, Kyrie, you do it. Everybody gonna do this. You don't care about the media. You don't care about pawns, this, that, and the third. And I guess Kyrie was the odd man up because you couldn't do it with Karis LeVert. You know what I'm saying? It had to be a guy that Houston wanted. And maybe if KD would have did it, what they said, we'd do a James Harden for Kyrie swap. So, I mean, I guess it was genius if it went down like that. And I think Kyrie might be the smartest man in the room. I think Charles Barkley might owe him an apology. You know, because this was ingenious. Because this didn't pop into my head until today. Like, hey, that kind of do make sense. So, I mean, wonderful, you know, job by Brooklyn if that's the truth about Kyrie. Because KD KD would have been on the internet answering questions. People talking shit about KD. KD wanted to be able to stay in character. No, KD selfish. He's scared to play Bron in the finals. And KD would have been answering people from a burner account. We know how he get down. So I guess Kyrie was the right guy to do it. Beef with the media, called him pawns, and apologized. So I guess he was the right one to do it. But let me know what you guys think. Check out our NBA Talk playlist. What you think about Kyrie basically losing almost $900,000 in fines? Let me know what you guys think about him basically doing this to avoid getting traded for James Harden. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request. Also got a Facebook group if you want to advertise your business on the channel. You want to chop it up, just hit me up at those links. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time we go.